Good morning, everyone. How are you doing today? I hope your day is off to a magnificent start. I'm having the most beautiful morning and expecting the most beautiful day. And before I went much further into my day, I wanted to come to you live to have a little chat about how to enhance your experience and to start taking better care of yourself so that you can feel as amazing as you deserve to feel. Before we jump into today's topic, we're going to start our lives like we start every live, and we're going to close our eyes and we're going to take a deep breath in through the nose and out. And one more time, a deep breath in and out. Really bringing us into this present moment so that we can be together and take whatever we need from this live today. Take what you need and implement what works for you, and just try something different, something new, and see how that works for you, because it's all about feeling into what's best for you to help you feel as amazing as you want to feel. So how many of you feel like you're struggling a little bit right now, that you're kind of in the same cycle day after day after day, reliving Groundhog Day, having the same kinds of experiences, even though you are trying to eat better and move your body and make better choices and set up different rituals to help you feel better in your body, you're just not having the success that you want. How many of you can relate to that, have been through that cycle? I've been through that cycle many times, so I completely understand if that's where you're at, if you kind of just feel like you're going through the motions of your life instead of living and experiencing it at the highest level. Do you kind of feel like you're a victim to your circumstances, that I'll do better next week, I'll do better at the end of summer, I'll do better when the kids are back in school? Like, how many times have you said those kinds of things to yourself? That is completely normal. We all get caught up in the crazy of our life sometimes, but what is really valuable and what's going to help you move forward is really connecting to you. Connecting to what's important to you, connecting to the beautiful person that you are, getting out of your head and into your body. We spend too much time in our head space being logical about the steps we should be taking to have the success that we want. So like, you want to feel better in your body. So you want to exercise and you want to eat well and you want to drink lots of water and you want to get good quality sleep and all those things. Those things are all important, but it's hard to just flip a switch and break out of the habits that you're in now. Like, how many of you struggle with getting into a consistent routine, getting into a consistent rhythm that feels good to you, that feels exciting and lights you up and honors the life that you have? Because you're already busy, right? Like, you already have so much going on. So my recommendation to really kickstart you into the consistency that you want to get moving and stay moving is to connect to you and what's important to you, to really get out of your head into your body and start honoring what feels good for you. And so I'm just going to give you some examples of how I implement this into my life, just so you can understand what I'm talking about and where I'm going with this, so that you can have success with this. So my day starts bright and early because I have a certain amount of things that I want to get done before I even go to work. The best part of my day is always in the morning. So I get up bright and early. Now, we won't talk about how early, because you don't have to get up as early as I get up to have whatever success that you want. It's about honoring you and where you are. But I get up bright and early, and the first thing that I do is I meditate. And then I have a coffee. And that whole process, like those two things alone, takes me an hour. Like, I really need to ease into my day. I am not served by hitting the ground running and being in this frantic hustle mode. That does not help me. It starts my day off on the wrong foot. So my meditation and coffee takes me 1 hour, and I carve out that time just so I can be with myself. So I can connect with myself, so that I can have a still moment in my morning, so that I feel like I'm starting my day off on a foot that is going to bring me peace and love and joy all day long. That is my goal, is to honor those values and to bring those values to me throughout my day. And so I start my day that way. So I'd really highly recommend starting your day in a way that serves the life that you want, that honors the values that you want to be showing up most frequently, that honors how you want to feel day in and day out. The feeling is what you're after. That is the goal. You want to feel good, right? Like, you want to feel, no matter what that looks like, whether that means 20 pounds, whether that means just eating healthier, whether that means drinking more water, like, it doesn't really matter what you do as much as how you feel, and taking the actions that honor how you want to feel. You hear me talk about this a million and one times if you've been in my world for any amount of time. And but it's so important to focus on those feelings and to connect to you and what's important to you. So those are the first two things that I do in my day. And then I introduce some kind of movement. I have a shower. I work on some business activities that make me excited and light me up. I work on different projects that bring me joy and make me happy. So the connection to you is really about developing the practices and the rituals that make you feel good about yourself, that make you feel good about your life, that really light you up from the inside out. My movement is as much a spiritual practice as it is a physical practice. So exercise, I don't like to call it exercise. I very rarely call it exercise. My body actually has a lot of resistance to calling it exercise, even though that's what I'm doing. It doesn't feel good in my body to call it that. So I call it movement instead. Like, even the words you use, it's the energetics that are happening around you. Like, focus on your energy. How do you feel in your body? Are you feeling anxiousness, frustration, annoyance, overwhelm? Or are you feeling peace and love and joy and bliss and gratitude? You really want to tap into, how can I bring more of those feelings that I want to me, and implement the spiritual and personal development practices that support that, and really take it one step at a time. I remember the first time someone asked me to meditate, I was like, oh no. Like, oh no, I don't have time for this. I don't think I'm going to like it. I can't sit still that long. Like, my mind has too much going on. I cannot just sit still and be with my thoughts. That's not what meditating is, firstly. So if that's what you think it is, because that's what I thought it was. And I totally thought that's what it was. It was like about stilling your thoughts and being like, I don't know, in this like transcendent, blissful place. Now it can become that. Like, now I very much, sometimes I really do get into this bliss stage, which is so nice. But most of the time, it's just really about taking a minute and bringing in awareness to how you feel in your body and what is happening. And it brings an awareness to your thoughts and feelings and what's going on with it inside you, so that you can give yourself what you need. That is what meditation is really about. It's about coming into your body. It's about tapping into your soul. It's about really understanding yourself so that you can give yourself what you need. So you can see why this is important, right? Like, you can see why having these kinds of practices in your life are important. And it doesn't have to be meditation. I highly recommend meditation. Meditation is part of all of my programs. I do think it's such a valuable practice, and I really would encourage you to try it if you haven't, and start with 5 minutes. Like, 5 minutes. Everyone can sit still for 5 minutes, and don't judge yourself for whatever comes up. It's not about judging yourself and saying, oh my gosh, my mind is running. It's about just trying to come into the present moment, bringing yourself back to your breath with every breath you take, and allowing yourself to just be. we're so busy. You're so busy. You're forgetting how to just be and how to be the beautiful woman that you already are, and embracing the parts of you that know what to do. Because at a soul deep level, you already know what you need to do. You already know the way forward for you. You know what's right for you. You just need to start tapping into that and tapping into the version of you that has everything that you want. And the easiest way to do that is by implementing some personal and spiritual development practices that make you feel good about who you are and where you're going. And it'll help you implement a plan, and it'll get you excited, and it'll get you back into momentum and into action, as opposed to just going through the motions of your life and reliving the same day over and over and over again. What would it mean to you to have more energy? What would it mean to you to feel more patient? What would it mean to you to be able to release frustration and annoyance and all those negative emotions that come up quickly and easily, and to move on without it being a thing? I can't tell you how many times I would get caught up in the annoyances of life. There's always going to be things that pop up. There's always going to be things that rub up against us and make us feel icky. Some of that requires healing. Some of that requires deeper reflection. But really, we don't have to spend as much time focusing on those things, because the more that you focus on those things, the more you're attracting those things to you. The more that you focus on what you want and focus on being in your body and focus on doing things that make you feel good, the more you're going to attract those things to you. What you focus on grows. So focus on what feels good. Focus on bringing practices into your life that make you lit up and excited, so that you can have more of what you want, and you can get into action, and you can get into momentum, and you can start having the success that you want. You can start moving your body really easily. You can start eating more mindfully without really thinking about it. You can drink that water without it being a thing, and it doesn't all have to be so hard. That's what I really need you to know. It doesn't need to be so hard. And if you want to ease your way into feeling better faster, then start implementing some practices that make you feel good about you. And they get to be whatever you want. So some of my top ones: meditation, journaling, gratitude practice, self-care routines, like the rituals that really make you happy and excited about your life, because that's the point anyway. We're here to have fun. We're here to experience life at the highest level, and it's all available to you. You just need to tap into it and connect back to yourself. I hope that was helpful. If you have any questions about that, please let me know. I am going to be digging deeper into this kind of thing on Monday, July 10th, for the Get Moving, Stay Moving Masterclass. I am so excited about it. It's going to be so good. And it's also getting paired with the ultimate guide to get you moving and keep you moving, which is a beautiful PDF. I'm almost done with it. I'm just putting the finishing touches on it, with literally 15 practices to get you into momentum, get you into action. And we talk about connecting to you as part of that. It's really focusing on the energetics. It's really focusing on what you need to do to have the success that you want. And from my experience, like my personal experience with this, I've tried, you can't outrun and out hustle where you are. You need to surrender to what it is, accept where you are, and start taking action that supports the life that you want, so you can start having the success that you want. So join me on Monday for this free masterclass. It's happening inside Mind, Body, Soul Connection. Get your free PDF so that you can start implementing these things into your life now, like right away, so that you can feel better faster. That is my goal for you. That is what I want for you, is just to feel as incredible as you deserve to feel, because it's all available to you, and it's not as hard as you think that it is. Now, before we sign off, I want to have a little reading together. I have my Oracle card deck out. This is something I'm going to be implementing inside my Mind, Body, Soul Connection Facebook group more frequently. It's just a little I guess it's an addition to my own spiritual practice. It's something I've been called to do for a little while. And it's just about following your intuition, right? Like tapping into what's right for you and what's good for you. And this is something that feels good for me and that I'm going to continue to do for as long as it does feel good for me. So I want to pull a card for the collective group and just let ourselves be guided to the message that we need today. So it's going to be really simple. And I'm just going to cut my deck here. And then we're going to shuffle it up. So I did a little shuffle. And then we're just going to pick one. This one seems like it wants to come out and play. I love it. So it's beautiful. It's a beautiful card. It says, break the chain. Ancestral patterns, healing, and rewriting the future. So I think that's really amazing for what we're talking about today, is to really rewrite your story so that you can be more empowered, so that you can have more of what you want. And I am actually going to find the reading for you so that there it is. Like I love it when it's the right message because you get to the part in the book really quickly that has all the things. So for me, like the intuitive hit is that we're here to reframe our story, rewrite our story so that we can have a more empowering experience, so that we can feel better in our body, so we can feel better about who we are. That is what I'm receiving this morning from this. You receive whatever it is that you need to receive from this, but I'm also going to read what is in the book so that to see if any of that resonates with you today. So breaking the chain. You are being called to heal your family line or free yourself from living the life of your ancestors. This could mean letting go of an old pattern or your maternal or paternal line, healing trauma from the past that is not even yours, or observing old ways of being that no longer serve you. We carry emotional trauma in our luminous field for up to 7 generations back. That is why family patterns can be hardest to break. Often they're not even ours to begin with, but we do not know any other way of being, so we continue playing out the drama. The thing to notice when ancestral healing comes up is that you cannot heal another person, but your own hurt healing can cause another person to choose to heal. Energy is freed up. And here we are talking about energetics and focusing on energy and how important that is. Just saying. You are being guided now to look at your life and decide how you want it to be. What ways of being or patterns are you ready to free yourself from? What part of your future do you want to rewrite? Now is a time to shake them off and dream a new future into being. What old ways of being from your family line are you ready to let go? Seek assistance from your support team, from your tribe, from your friends, from your healer, from your coach to begin freeing yourself from it now. I love this. I think it works perfectly into what we're talking about today. I hope that was, I don't know, it resonates with you somehow. Let me know. Let me know if that hits you at all. And I think it really works perfectly with what we're talking about today. We're always supported. We're supported in everything that we do. You are supported in everything that you do. And I want you to know that, and I want you to feel that, and I want you to understand that so that you can have the success that you want. Break free from the autopilot of your life and step into the woman that you want to be, that you are, that you just have to release all the conditioning that has brought you to this place and rewrite a new story. All right, that's it for me. Have an incredible day. I hope to see you on Monday for the masterclass. It is going to be the best one I've ever put off, ever. And I'm just going to warn you, it's probably going to be long because here we are. I talked about one thing and it's been 18 minutes. I am going to try. I'm not talking about all the things because I do have the nice PDF that's going to have all the information. So I'm going to talk about my top ones, but I really want to give you, like, it's a really meaty resource, and I really want to give you the support that you need to implement in a way that works for you, because I want you to have the transformation that you want. That's why I create these resources. That's why I do these lives. I want you to have the success that you want and feel so good about the beautiful woman that you are. All right, that's it. That's enough talking for today. All the love and light from my heart to yours. Thank you so much for being here. If you have any questions, please let me know. If you are not on my email list, you are going to need to be on my email list for the masterclass in order to get the ultimate guide to get you moving and keep you moving. So drop it down below or send me a private message if you need to make sure you're on my list, because I want to make sure that you get everything that you need. All right, that's it for me. Have a wonderful day.